I've known Chris for a while, but I got to know her really well when we served on the President Search Committee. I thought her ideas and her leadership was right on board. And then I know you're a alumni graduate. You started here from kindergarten,
Yes.
and right, you're a lifer.
Yes.
Right. On the other hand, I'm not a lifer. I came in at the 12th grade, so I only had 3 years. sophomore, junior, and senior, 3 years. Came from Kailua, and I graduated in 1957, yesterday.
Well, welcome back. We're happy
you.
to have you here on campus visiting us. We always welcome alumni.
Thank you.
And you're such a great leader as part of our search committee and in all of the alumni affairs that you help with. So thank you.
So I don't know much about the beginnings of this, but when I was on the board, I always remember Al Wong talking about Mandarin. And it was even before Perry Martin came on board, Mandarin. So can you tell us what's transpired since the Mandarin program's been put in place?
Okay. So the Mandarin Immersion Program started in kindergarten 4 years ago. We're in our 4th year. Our first class is in 3rd grade. It's a 50-50 program, which means that 50% of the day the students learn their subjects in Mandarin language, and 50% of the day they learn other subjects in English. The program is continuing to be all the way through 5th grade in the 50-50 model, and then when they get to 6th through 8th grade, it'll be an 80-20 model with 80% in English and 20% in Chinese. If students keep up and our program is as successful as we hope it to be, they should be able to enter 9th grade at a Chinese 3 level and take the AP exam. After they pass the AP exam, we're hoping to bring in university partnerships to have college level courses in high school where they can get as many credits as they'd like if language is their big thing. If they'd like to switch to another language, they have that option also. So it's really to promote and advance the Mandarin language and culture.
So I guess the idea is by the time they get to 9th grade, if they continue in this program, they'll be pretty fluent.
Yes, yes, they will.
So they can go back and forth in English and Mandarin and
Yes.
complete high school.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. We feel our program's been successful. Parents have really enjoyed it. Students have done well in their schoolwork in both English and in Chinese. We don't have any test data yet because our testing starts in 3rd grade. So this spring, our first set of Mandarin Immersion students will be taking the stamp test, and that will show some of their proficiency, reading, writing, speaking. So we're excited. We're excited. The program is an expensive program because we need to, as any new program, right? You need to have startup money. We need to buy the supplies, buy the books and materials. Tuition funds most of the program. We also have been fortunate to have outside donors who support language learning and have given donations to our school to help specifically with the program. And we also have a partnership with Beijing Foreign Studies University and its attached school, and they also help us with some gifts.
So does the students have to pay an additional fee for Mandarin?
No, the students pay the standard
basic
tuition.
Okay.
And instead of buying materials in English, half of their materials are purchased in Chinese.
So the support comes from the school.
Support comes from the school.
Very good.
As
And
well as any other outside donors that we have. Yes.
Like alumni and
Yes,
friends.
alumni and companies, yes.
Yeah, very good. No, I'm glad you have a plan for progression all the way to high school.
Yes, we do.
Because if we don't, it could be a very expensive proposition.
Yes.
Trying to support both languages.
Yes. So we have a plan, and we're currently working on our courses for the middle level, 6th through 8th grade, and that's almost ready to be sent out to everyone. So why don't we go and tour one of our kindergarten immersion classrooms right now?
Thank you, Chris.
Okay. 你好, welcome to our kindergarten Chinese immersion program. The students are here. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bachelot Hall, I guess for me, as I moved forward and became an employee, one of the first things I did here in 1990 was run the after school care. We used to use Bachelot Hall on rainy days for some of the younger groups so they could go in there and have more space and they could play. And, so you kind of see the multi-purpose idea out of that hall for us.
I remember in my middle school years learning the hustle as our PE class gathered under Mrs. Heatherly and Mr. Lim, and we actually learned that dance as part of PE.
When I was in high school, a really fond memory was when Mrs. Sandler's drama students performed Flower Drum Song. And I can still picture my classmates with their really fabulous costumes and singing. And every time I hear the music from that musical, it brings me back to a time in Bachelot Hall.
One of my most memorable memories of Bachelot Hall is buying snacks at the snack bar. As a student, we just looked forward to going there during recess and after school, and they had so many different kinds of candy. So as a young child, it was the highlight of our day.
My most memorable, I would say, experience at Bachelot would be getting ready and staged in Bachelot Hall in anticipation for Baccalaureate Mass. And it's where you're standing there next to some of your best friends and really reflecting on your time at Maryknoll and your cap and gowns. I'm just so amazed by how a place can really help set the tone for what's about to happen. And in that case, it was us continuing on, graduating from high school and being excited about the journey to come.
Bachelot Hall has been a special place for many, and I look forward to how it will evolve so that my very own children will be able to experience a lot of memories like I have.
Bachelot Hall really is a hub of energy and a place where students are able to showcase their various talents.
I just always think of Bachelot Hall as kind of epitomizes who we are. This idea of doing more with less. It wasn't the grandest of space, but we did the most with it. The kids appreciated it, the parents did, and it had such personality, being an older building that it just lent to the warmness of the place. I'm going to miss it, but I look forward to the new Bachelot Hall.
Hey Blaine, how are you doing?
Good. How you been, Paul? Good to see you.
What's your current job here?
Associate Athletic Director.
So you're responsible for the gym?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's all the
great.
events that happen in the gym.
Because when Mike Baker first came in, he had 3 key visionary ideas. And his third vision had to do with creating a gym. Because at that time, all of the sports were played on the asphalt court at high school, which include the volleyball, the basketball. So he knew we needed a gym. So from day one, he started talking about the gym. And the reason this gym became a reality is he kept pushing Mike Baker, but behind him was Al Wong and the Cosasas. And without their leadership, without a vision, and without the support of alumni, this thing would never have happened. And now we have this beautiful gym, which is built to NBA standards, and it's made a big difference, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Because now we recognize basketball excellence, male and female, and we also recognize the volleyball teams on both sides. And it's all because of this.
As you know, we haven't been in sports for over a year now. And we just started to go back a few months ago as far as with practices with our volleyball teams and basketball teams. But just recently, we just started volleyball for boys and girls. So it was something to see, especially being out for so long, and to get to see the boys and girls in competition, live competition. Now the catch is we don't have fans. All the players have to wear masks, and it's empty, right, without the fans. But we're looking forward to the experiences of the student athletes, right? That is always first to us.
Let me ask you this question. In your experience in the athletic field, has this gym made a difference in recruiting students?
Absolutely, because it's kind of twofold, right? Success also brings in kids as well as a nice venue as well. So I think the combination of us being successful and those kids, future kids, being able to come and watch and see the facilities and walk around and feel like, hey, I want to be here at this school. It's kind of like when we were young. One of the things that we remember growing up is, when Maryknoll won the state tournament with Mr. Vale, the starting guard on that team, we didn't have facilities, but the success for a lot of us that were in the 8th grade or just trying to find a high school, that success led us to come here, to Maryknoll. So I think now that we have a facility, both the success and the facility is just a plus, added plus.
Another question would be, as a result of the program, this enhanced program, do you see more alumni support?
Oh, absolutely. Because, not only the success, but the venue draws back alumni. Having the games on TV for alumni to watch not only here in the state, but across, the nation. There's some people watching even in international waters, as well. So just as added ability to see the games and to hear about the games through the media, that brings back a lot of alumni support.
Okay, I think that's what we need, the excellence in the sport.
Yeah.
It's not the end all, but to allow students to be all they can be, I think is number one.
Yeah, and then that success in itself is drawing more people back to, in the nation to look at Maryknoll.
Yeah.
Now we're on everybody's map.
Yeah. Okay, Blaine, thank you for the conversation, and we're going to head out to the high school and check the asphalt court where you practice basketball.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right, take care, Paul.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Chinen. I'm Lori Carlos. It's so good to meet you.
The story is, for alumni, it starts with a connection. And you're my connection.
Oh my God,
And
Paul,
it started right here.
Oh my,
1997.
You stole my story. That's how I met this man. And now years later, we have him to thank for helping get our Alumni Association together. One of the first things we do in celebration of reunions is to bring our alums back, to walk the campus, go through the halls, see the classrooms. It's such an important part of the nostalgia and bringing our students, our alums back to campus to relive those memories. So we're hoping to do that for you all today.
Okay, so as I remember, this was a library, right?
So it was a library. It was also the English Resource Center, yearbook room. We used to even have, what do they call it? Kind of a photography, kind of a black room to develop film. So it's really transformed.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. Okay, this part here looks more like the study area.
Right, and traditionally you'd see students here studying, opportunities for them to study as a group. But for right now, it's kind of spillover space for students and teachers or classes to be able to use.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it is right now. Usually you'd see students with the flex schedule being able to use their flex time in here.
Very good.
You'll see the little ports here where they can recharge their laptops or devices. Actually, back in the 80s, it was library,
no AC in here. The library was not air conditioned. So of course this space, we found that just the volumes of books that we had with all online resources, it just took up very usable space.
Right.
So we've pared back on that and allowed an online kind of inventory of resources. So it'll give our students more space.
Right. Yeah.
And in light of COVID, it looks like space will be the top priority for us moving forward. So.
And probably some parents are struggling trying to tutor their kids to stay on schedule, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very good.
So we have 2 college counselors, which help usually this year's senior class, one of our largest, 135 seniors. So a class can range anywhere from about 112 to 130, and their opportunity to kind of pursue college and beyond with Miss Lum and then Mr. Kekaulike.
So this is April, so many of the seniors already got notification.
Absolutely. And of course, the one caveat this year was that as for many schools, SAT was not required because of COVID. So it's an opportunity for students as well. We're just super fortunate to have such an experienced college guidance department that is well connected, both locally and on the US mainland, to help students find their colleges and options for them. About, I would say close to, I think it's like 65 to 70% of our students go away to a mainland college or university, and the remaining staying locally. I was surprised with the 2020 class, the number of students that still went away in light of COVID. And Mr. Kekaulike, Mr. Chinen, Mr. Kekaulike, our college guidance director who helps our students kind of navigate beyond not just schools locally, but on the US mainland. I was trying to share the percentage of students, last year's percentage that went away, US mainland.
Went away?
Yeah.
About 60%?
Yeah, so 60, absolutely. So this is...
What do you say your primary role is with the students? Make sure they get to the right college?
Helping them through the process, you know, the college research, college application process, and then finding the right fit.
Yeah, okay, right fit.
I think that's the most important thing, not just the name. Not just the name of the school. I would like to bring in a mom. Come here, Mom.
That's right.
Come here, Mom.
Monica.
I would like to say we have a very successful story of a mom and a daughter who's graduating this year and with a great fit, who's going to a really good engineering school, Rice University in Houston, Texas.
Awesome.
Very good.
We're very proud of the daughter.
Congratulations, Monica.
We're very proud of the daughter and what she's done here at Maryknoll and where she's going to go. And I have colleagues at Rice that they're excited to have her. So
Very good.
Awesome.
again, just a hands-on experience right here. So
Thankful for Mr. Kekaulike
and Miss Lum.
Miss Lum.
too, but again,
Congratulations.
Another Maryknoll success story.
Yes.
yeah, we're so excited.
Fantastic.
Very good, very good.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you for.
Hi, how are you? Sorry to pop in. Okay. Yes. What class is in session right now? Drawing. So she's doing a drawing right now and she joins students virtually here.
You did this?
There you go.
Very good.
And then we were doing some human anatomy, and they were having trouble with the hand, so we went back into human anatomy.
Yeah. Online is a little bit extra work, right?
It sure is. It's a lot of extra work.
Wow.
I think the biggest challenge is not being able to see everybody at the same time and having that social component and having them talk. You know, just that, feeling of liveliness. And I get that, but in a small percentage. And it's nice. I think one of the challenges, this is a work from the AP art portfolio. So a lot of those students, two of them are full-time, and then the rest of them are not.
Yeah, this is
So
very
they're-
impressive.
Yeah, so you could still create art.
The toad is
And the
produced
toad?
primarily out of this.
Yes, exactly. So there's a group of editors that I'm an advisee to, and this is the copy that we did when quarantine started last year.
Wow.
So Genesis is here. If we didn't have her and a couple of the other students take charge of doing this at home, we wouldn't have had this happen. So this is really awesome because this is our first full color edition, and it still managed to get to press even with the pandemic. So that was awesome. And we're working on the next edition that should be coming out in late May, early June.
Oh, annually. Huh?
Annual. Yeah,
Very
it's
good.
been a tradition for like 38 years.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I'll see you in 20 years.
Promise.
I might not be around. I'll just send my brother. Okay, and then the other thing is, I remember there was a church, a chapel there.
Yes, a Quonset hut. That was
Right.
our chapel, and then it became an
Small-
art room in the 80s. Yep, and it's since gone, but it's just opened up and freed
Yeah.
space. Of
Small.
course, behind us, everyone will know, all Maryknoll alums, at least from 52 and beyond, know Rogers Hall, where there's school dances, masses. We've since, of course, demolished the stage because it really took up some really great foot space to get more and more students undercover, per se, especially on days like today. But for right now, of course, the tent that helps us to expand learning spaces for our students. And then Rogers Hall, just the typical gathering space for us to share fellowship as well as fun times. Well, I want to thank everyone for tuning in, of course, and then it's just such an honor to have Paul Chinen here, class of 57, who I met 40 plus years ago, and asked him to kind of re-engage himself and help alumni and all that we do to kind of make a better world for our students and all the students to come. Paul, thanks so much for being here. Any closing thoughts?
After all these years with the alumni, being on the board, looking at what has happened in 25 years since I've been reconnected, the gym, the Bachelot Hall that's coming up, the green,
Yes.
all of the new building, built 96. I just want to commend the alumni and the seniors for their support, because without the support of alumni and the Maryknoll faculty, this would not have happened.
It would not be possible.
Yeah. So my bottom line is, we need the Kupunas, we need the alumni to make this a really fabulous place.
Right, and stay connected and help us to support Maryknoll. Thanks so much for tuning in. Aloha.